Dunking. Verb. To throw a basketball into the basket from above the rim. This is how Merriam-Webster officially defines the act of dunking, an action that has gone from literally not allowed to one of the most thrilling parts of the game. We all love ourselves a good old poster slam, but precisely pinning down a way to define these moments has proven itself to be harder than you may think. Every source's definition is just a little bit different, but among these definitions, there seems to be two major factors. Number one, a dunk is more of a throw than it is a traditional shot. And for this reason, any field goal that is released with the traditional gooseneck motion we are all taught to shoot with cannot be a dunk. And secondly, the ball must be thrown downwards, no arc. And what's more, almost none of the definitions I found mention anything about touching the rim. There's no way that a detail this important would go unincluded by almost every source I found, including the NBA's own official glossary, unless it meant something. And what it means is that this thrunk from DeAndre Jordan is a dunk. And that's not a matter of opinion. Take a look at the play-by-play description of the very game Jordan did this, and would you look at that, the statisticians officially wrote down this moment as a dunk. So the real question is, has anyone ever done this from out here? Well, it was difficult to find. Players only shoot the basketball in a throwing motion during times like this. Heaves of desperation. Look at Enes Kanter do it, Jay Crowder, Taj Gibson. To throw the ball down into the rim, you gotta jump high enough to do it, and almost no one jumps up at all when they do these half-court heaves. This kid in a high school game was one of the only people to jump up into the air as they did their heave. It's a close attempt, but the ball still arcs up into the air. But we're getting closer. Kyle Lowry's insane shot here is almost a thrunk, but he has the same problem as that high school kid. That arc is still there. When Baron Davis knocked down the longest shot in NBA history, his shot also arced just a little too high, even though he impressively actually got off the ground as he took this shot, something that you see very rarely with these half-court, and in this case, full-court heaves. Stephen Curry is the king of the half-court shot, but he always shoots them with a traditional shooting form. So even though he's made a bunch, he's out of the equation. Then there's this shot from Magic Johnson. Magic is 6'9". Assuming his wingspan is a little longer than he is tall, Magic's hand is already around 10 feet high in the air in this play. Then he jumps 5-ish inches off the ground, making Johnson's fingertips officially 10.6 feet in the air. If he throws the ball the right way, he's high up enough to throw it down into the hoop. And he gets pretty close to doing it, but this shot definitely still has an arc. So close. What Magic, Baron Davis, and even Steph Curry fail to realize is that when things look impossible, just cheat. This dude on a... what the fuck is that? This guy on a water jetpack thrunks the ball in from a distance I'm gonna assume is farther than 22 feet before plunging to his death. Some may call him a cheater, but I just call him smart. This guy also got creative with his three-point line dunk, climbing up a multiple-story building and throwing the ball through the rim. A YouTube duo called How Ridiculous traveled all the way to Lesotho, Africa to do this very same thing, only this time from 650 feet up. But these trick shots are like dunking a basketball while on a ladder. Sure, you technically dunked, but dunking should be an athletic achievement. Thankfully, when basketball YouTuber Dexton Crutchfield learned what we learned about the true definition of a dunk, he knew what he had to do, and officially became the first person to ever dunk from the three-point line. These attempts are definitely a close call, but I'm gonna say that he does throw the ball downwards through the rim on this attempt. And the craziest part of all of this is the fact that you and I both know that players like Zach LaVine or Aaron Gordon could pull this off a lot more convincingly, but they were taught to think of a dunk as something it was never defined as. They've never even tried a shot like Crutchfield's. No one has, because before him, nobody ever took the time to ask, wait a minute, what even is a dunk? How does the NBA's own glossary define it? What do statisticians mark down in their play-by-play descriptions of games as dunks? And maybe this is why I'm willing to give Crutchfield the benefit of the doubt on these dunks. Other people could have done what he did, but did they think to do it? That's what being a pioneer is all about. I've been KOGOSTOMUS, thank you all for watching, and as always, stay safe out there.